Hey, what is up, guys? It's your boy Kingdom Soldier, and I'm back again with another gameplay slash commentary. First of all, Merry Christmas. I didn't get a lot for Christmas, but what I did get, I'm wearing. No, I didn't get this Cougars hat. I got this sweater from my wife. It's pretty nice. I like it. It's got like really short sleeves, so I have to wear them like this, like around my elbow and stuff like that. But I really like it. It's pretty nice of her to get me something. And the reason I couldn't get anything is because we had to spend $500 on her car to get it fixed. You can see James photobombing in the background. He tried to tell me he wasn't going to be in the video, but this is what he does. Hi, James. So, and the biggest question I got, so we're going to jump into my Q&A. We're going to jump right into it so we can get through all of these. The biggest question I got, of course, is where in the world is Kingdom Soldiers Xbox? And I'm going to answer that last. I'm going to tell you guys finally what happened to my Xbox. But I'm going to go ahead and go through these, and I'll pop them up on the screen while I answer them. So the first one is from Blame Batat, and it says, "How can I get my competitive Call of Duty team bigger?" Bigger? Well, first of all, I'm sure all of you guys know this by now. I'm not a competitive Call of Duty player. Of course, I played League Play, and I started a team, but since I don't have an Xbox anymore, I don't really play with the team anymore. So when I get an Xbox One eventually, I'll probably get back into competitive. But to get your competitive Call of Duty team bigger, and I think I actually tweeted, this was a reply in a comment. So I think I replied back to this comment and just basically said, play, and then play some more. And there's a video that Scump did. Look it up, Blame, if you're seeing this. It's called How to Be a Professional, or How to Be a Better Pro, or Bigger Pro, or something like that. And he gives great tips about how to use YouTube, how to use Twitter, and just he says that the most important part of it is consistency. Consistently play, consistently practice, and consistently expose your team. And that means, going in and watching other like big pro teams gameplays and things like that, watching their streams and commenting and tweeting and doing all that. And don't spam professional players with tweets and things like that. That's one of my recommendations, is don't do that, because then you get this reputation of being that person that spams. Just win and win and win and win and win. And until you win, just remember that losing is learning and winning is teaching. And so continue to learn. So the next question comes from Katir Preto. I don't know if I'm reading that right. This is another comment from a video. It says, "How much COD should I play to get a better shot? Overall, better competitive player. By the way, I love your videos. You're truly a genuine YouTuber, and I can't wait to see you big someday." Thank you for saying that, Katir. How much COD should you play to get a better shot? A lot. For most competitive players and things like that, it takes, like, they've all been playing COD for years. And for someone like Crim6, people think, oh, well, he came from Halo Reach. Well, if you watch my Crim6 profile, then you know that Crim actually started on COD. He started with COD 4, and he started playing first-person shooters when he was 9 years old, on the PC. And so it takes years for some people's shot to be perfected. Not we can't, like, Michael Jordan had to practice. Ray Allen had to practice to make all the threes he's made. Everything comes with practice, and so you got to play a lot. And the one tip I can give you if you want to develop a good shot is go in a private match with some friends and do free for all with real people. Free for all when you're playing against like noobs and people that aren't as good as you is not going to teach you anything. You're not going to learn much. But go into and just play free for all, even if there's just three of you, and put radar always on, and that'll help you develop your shot when you know where people are. Because in competitive Call of Duty, you mostly know where people are based on callouts and things like that. So next question comes from Team Elevate, and Team Elevate asked me on Twitter, what type of Christian are you, Apostolic, Baptist, or Methodist? I actually used to be Methodist, but now I'm kind of non-denominational, and but most similar to Baptist, basically. Good question. Thanks, Team Elevate. Next question comes from Odd. That's an odd name. And this is within comments. It says, have you considered getting a snowball mic or Blue Yeti so that you don't have to wear a headset in your videos? Of course. And actually, this headset, like, this is a Logitech HD headset, plugs into the, not HD, but yeah, I think it's HD. It plugs into the computer, and you get better sound that way than actually using Astros. You get better sound because it's clearer when it goes USB straight into the computer than when it's like through goes through the mix amp and then into the, and if you do live stuff, you got to use the Astros, but I like this better for recording when I'm talking to you guys. And yes, I've thought about getting a mic. Number one, I haven't been able to really afford one. I've had to make decisions. I have 3 kids and I'm married, and I've had to make decisions as to what I could get for gaming. Like I don't have an Elgato. I've had an HD PVR since Modern Warfare 3. I didn't get my Astros until like 3 or 4 months ago. I don't have like a really good editing software. I do all of this on a software that I downloaded for like $60 off the internet. So that's why I don't have one of those mics yet. I would love to get one in the future, especially now that I've started doing a lot of vlogs, and I don't have to pay for gaming equipment. Like scuffs and stuff like that, and I never had one of those either. But yeah, if you guys have a suggestion on what would be the best when I do that, it'll probably be in like 3 or 4 months when tax time comes around. So maybe 3 months. Give me some tips in the comments. All right, next question comes from Gnomed Words. Good stuff, man. Here's a question. Have you ever thought of becoming like a coach for a pro team or at least an amateur team in Comp COD? You are one of the best at giving your opinion about other teams and making strategy and stuff, which is amazing. You really should play a bigger role in competitive Call of Duty. Keep it up. First of all, Gnomed Words, thank you very much. The team that I was building for Sacred, which if you guys haven't heard of Sacred, I'll put an annotation on the screen. Look in the comments. It's a movement that me and a couple of my buddies have started. We've been planning for 6 months to a year, and we finally launched the YouTube channel and the Twitter and a website for it. So go subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on Twitter and all that kind of stuff. More information will be coming. We started this Sacred Esports thing and it started to roll, and my goal was to be the coach. And I've actually had another competitive team ask me to coach them as well, an amateur team, and that is something that I'd like to do. I think that I could be a good coach and kind of that motivational type of Mr. X type of player. But without an Xbox right now, I don't necessarily know the game as well as I should. I know it pretty well because I watch a lot of Call of Duty, but yeah, that's definitely something I'm thinking about for the future. So I appreciate your comments. All right, this is for your Q&A. This is from Jackson Frank. How many subs did you think you would have by now? Hmm. Well, I've been doing this for almost 2 years. Well, if you guys remember, well, honestly, about 10,000. I mean, and that's just being overly, you know, that's just when I first started YouTube. I thought I had something. I thought I had something unique, and then I could, grow my YouTube channel. But what I realized is at that time I had nothing. I had a lot of sporadic randomness that didn't have a direction. Ever since I've started to just do competitive Call of Duty, which was 2 or 3 months ago, which was in September, my channel has just skyrocketed because I found my niche. I found something that I love talking about. You guys love to hear about. You like my opinions. And yeah, I get the hate and the you don't know what you're talking about and all that kind of stuff, but it's the exception and not the rule. So I really, appreciate you guys. So, yeah, I did not think that if you would have asked me 3 months ago when I was at, 2,800 or whatever, I would not have thought that I'd be approaching 7,000 subscribers. I wouldn't even fathom it. Thanks for the question, Jackson. All right, we're almost through these. Hunter Runnels. Hey, I've been watching your channel since you did the commentary with Untouchable Wolf and Mark of J. Oh, this was not me. My family is going to travel around the U.S. because my dad is a gospel singer and I do youth revivals and things of that sort. I'm 15. I was wondering if you could give me some tips on talking to youth. I'll tell you 3 things about youth. By the way, I think who you're talking about is the Chosen One mixed maybe with Jesus Freak. But Jesus Freak never played with Mark J. That's why I think you're mixing up the 3 of us. I never played with Mark J. But on your question, the 3 things I'll tell you about youth is they're impressionable, and they're impressionable. And so you have to be careful with what you say when you're influencing youth because youth, they are everything that you do, everything that you say, how you treat others, it all gives them an example that they investigate and wonder if they should follow. So just be choosy. All right, next question. Kingdom Soldier, and this is from Twitter. This is Kumar Singh. Ever struggle between your faith and gaming, especially in FPS? Does gaming distract from your faith? It did at a point, and that's when I was going to quit. And when I came back, I only uploaded like sporadically, like once or twice a week, and my channel just kept growing, and it was great, and you guys were loving the content. And then when I got rid of my Xbox, I started uploading every day again, or I'm uploading about 4 or 5 times a week, out of 7 days, and that's because I don't play, so it literally cut my time in half, and so it did. I will be honest, it did distract from my faith, and I couldn't have that. So, but we'll talk about that at the end.